Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a great day. I'm Robert from Can't talk all of a sudden. I'm Robert from El Magnifico Games, and today we're going to continue with our Myst 4 playthrough. Now the only thing I have done since we finished last night is I've been walking around putting together a map. Now I would say so far this has been pretty easy, and I'm not quite sure why I was having so much trouble yesterday. Perhaps I was a little too tired, I'm not sure. The only areas I haven't mapped out fully yet are the village. Well, the village and the village, because of course the bridge was cut that would allow us to get from one side to the other. So essentially it's that area, either side of it, which we have to approach from two different directions, which I haven't finished mapping out yet. Everything else has been done, so I imagine the first 15-20 minutes of this stream's going to be me finishing off my map, and then we'll be solving some more puzzles. Now I do think it is probably worthwhile my still completing this map, if for no other reason than it'll allow me to, once I've finished it, I can go back and I can add where the rivers are to the map, which I think is going to be likely very helpful in solving various puzzles. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Still, this shouldn't take too long. If you'd like to chat or anything in the meantime, by all means, I'm at your disposal. It's just a pity that at present I don't have any way to share my notes with you, because you can't actually see what I'm doing, which I imagine makes this rather more boring than it need be. Still, unfortunately, that's the way it is for now. Did we ever figure out what this area is? Not really, although I think we saw Anya feeding the fish down here earlier. So I guess I'll use a fish-like symbol to mark this location. And then we can carry on down in this direction. And then this takes us down to the pool and the Hall of Memories. And there's the harvester here as well, isn't there? Yes, just up here. What symbol should I use for the Hall of Memories? It's a good question, isn't it? I'll probably use a crystal symbol, even though there aren't many crystals in here, because that's fairly... A diamond shape's a fairly distinctive shape, and it matches with the necklace that Yisha had, and that we're currently in possession of. It'll do. It'll do for now. Running out of space in this particular part of the map, because of course I've had to draw all the connections from two different directions, so I haven't necessarily got the proportions of the map perfectly right, and so they've ended up a little too close. Still, that's where we are. Okay, so when I'm down here, I can go right or I can go left. Left takes me to the beacon. right takes me towards the broken bridge. Yes, that seems correct. I've missed something, haven't I? Have I? Yes, there's another bridge here. I can go this way to a mechanism. That's to my right. And what does this mechanism do? We don't really know, do we? I guess I'll mark it with the rough shape of that wheel. Okay, that's all marked off. Now, it's actually a moderate walk to the other side, on account of the fact that the bridge is broken. I wonder if ringing the bell will wake them from their... wake the sisters from their dreams and thus allow us to... Ah, okay, I don't think I marked this on the map. Because it was only partway through doing this that I decided that these trees should be marked. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I realised partway through the mapping process that these flowers in particular, if I put... Hold on, how do I do this? I need them to drop some of their dew. Yes, I can get fire in my hands. Once I knew that could happen, I realised that these flowers probably represent fire in some way, and those trees wind, and the bubbly things water. My point being that it's quite likely that in some way that's connected to the elementals that we've been seeing about here. Do I have that one marked down? Yes, it looks like I do. Hello, Yisha. How are you? So the left takes us to the broken bridge. And right takes us to these stairs, which goes to the old memory chamber, and as well as the old harvester. Let's see, so you go down the stairs, and then as you look ahead, let's see, the path goes to the right, but it's on your left that you find the old memory chamber. Hall of Memory. And then you'll cross another bridge, and then the old harvester will be on your left. I'm glad to hear that. I'm alright too. Don't mind me, I'm just yapping on while I finish mapping things out. Turns out the mapping wasn't actually all that difficult. I don't know why I was having trouble yesterday. That's going to the left. So that's that way. On the map. Hold on. If I go here... Okay. So perhaps it's better that I... Hold on, that's on the left, so that's going to be that way. Yeah, so that's where the harvester is. And the control levers are there. Is there anything else worth recording? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So that's the map complete so far as pathways are concerned. Now, as I said earlier, the final thing I want to do is I want to add the rivers to the map, now that I have an otherwise complete map, since that may help me substantially with solving the water puzzles. Assuming it is a puzzle that needs to be solved, I get the impression it probably is. So, let's go back to the start. Somehow I get the feeling that there may be some rivers here that we don't. Is that the case? The thing I was just about to say is I think there may be some rivers here that we don't interact with, because this seemed like it was going around the outside and wasn't connected to anything else. But now I'm actually standing at this spot, I'm not sure, because that looks like a bridge over there. So maybe this is a connected elsewhere? So where are we? Ah, I think I know where that might be, actually. Over there. Kind of a shame I don't have a different colour I can use. I know what I can do. Okay. So next job, I think, is figure out where that bridge is. Rather than marking off the other rivers. Let's try and complete a river at a time. That's probably sensible. I reckon it was over here we were looking at. Although now I'm not so sure. Now I'm really not so sure. If it was, then why can't we see the start from here? I'm pretty sure that's the starting place. Let's have a look again from the start. Is it possible that I wasn't seeing a bridge, but I was seeing this? To be honest, it doesn't seem like it, does it? That does look a lot more like a bridge. At least to my eyes. How vexing. Alright, perhaps we'll come back to that one later. So there's also a river here, clearly. And there's yet another river. No, this is a source point. Okay, that's worth remembering. Okay. Let's focus on this one for the moment. This one feels like it's going to be the easiest to follow and mark on the map. So we know it goes round and it goes in there. Down there, rather. Where does it go after that? Is that the crossroads? I think it probably is. Wait, I can see the path there. Yes, that looks to be the crossroads. Let's go down there and check it out from that perspective. So we go down here. Now what do we have? We have a bridge going in two directions, and this is where it crosses. Okay. That's the point. We can cut some of these rivers off, can't we? So that will be another way to verify that we've been identifying them correctly. Either I don't have that on my map or I marked it down wrong. Yeah, I think I just forgot to include that air point. Let's see, it's on the left. And I'm effectively staring straight from the crossroads? No, surely. I just wrote this down wrong. I wrote it as a water one accidentally. If there was a water one near here, I'd have known. So yeah, that was on the map, but marked wrong. Okay, the map is now correct. And so it's quite obvious that the river is going this way. So it's actually going to be fairly parallel to here for a while. Which means that it's probably appearing over there. It looks like it, doesn't it? So can I remember which bridge that is? Yes. I think that's the bridge which ultimately leads us back to the freeway cross. Oh, there's another one I didn't mark. As I said before, I only started marking the trees down partway through, so I didn't get them all. That's on there. Okay, where does it go after that then? Can we tell at all? It looks like it just ends here. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Is that definitely the same one? No, possibly not. It's hard to tell. It looks almost like it goes left there, doesn't it? But there's definitely something that flows down here. I think that's a crossroads. I reckon some of it ends up down here and some of it doesn't. Can we tell where there's parts that don't go to the village where they do go? Not very easily, I don't think. I can't see down into the water there to see which way it's flowing. Yeah, I think it's gone. I think that's as far as we can trace it. Okay, fair enough. What about the other one we cut off? Trying to think, where's the cut-off point? That wasn't it, was it? No. Was this where we cut it off? Looks like it. At least looks like it could have been. Although that said, oh no, that seems to have... Water is flowing both ways now, whereas it wasn't before. This was all dried up before. Okay, so it's flowing from that direction. Where did it come from originally? I suppose up where I was before, where I changed the flow of the water. The only problem is I somewhat lost track of it. I couldn't see where it went after that. After the mechanism here. It's going down there, isn't it? So where does it go after that? It's really hard to tell, isn't it? Here, it looks like. Is that right? Let's enable it again and double check that. Okay, so other way. So it's flowing again. Okay, and there's water again. And then it goes down this way of all ways. So it must loop back here and then come down here. And it goes this way. Okay. Noted. How's it doing that? How's it getting back there? Because if we go back to the mechanism, it feels like it's in the flowing in the wrong direction to do that. Ah, it comes out the back here. Okay. And so then it doesn't go this way at all, it would seem. Is that right? It must flow backwards that way or something. That looks to be right. Because I've got the map in front of me, obviously I can see where I can see topographically. That's interesting. I can see topographically how things would have to be arranged. So something seems to be that's interesting. So if something's coming out, if something's going in a particular direction towards a series of known landmarks, then of course it's very strange if it appears in the complete opposite direction. Or changing its flow affects something in the complete opposite direction. So this is actually a bit of a crossroads then for the water. I see. I see. Okay. How interesting. Wait, just so I remember, which way am I allowing water through at the moment? On that side, not on this side. Okay. That's probably suboptimal. I probably want it the other way round. So if I go back here, that's probably flowing to the crossroads going in the other direction. Yes, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. We will verify that shortly. The other thing I want to know is, where is this going? Is this the other pool that meets up and goes to the village? Hold on. Yes, it goes over that, or under that bridge, and this one. Okay, I can see what it's doing there then. Wait. Why do we have a bridge here? Oh, okay. Because I was just thinking, no water is crossing in this direction. But no, I see. This is more just to make it more traversable. But the water doesn't cross that bridge. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, where does it go after that? So I can see it sort of turning over there. I think that's what's coming down here. Yes. Okay. So that links up with some of the water we'd been tracking before. It is a pity I don't have a straightforward way to show you my map as I make it. That actually explains most of it. We haven't done the bits in the village yet, but if I'm right about where the other fork went, because if you remember a moment ago we were further up this way and I said I think this fork, the right hand fork, must go over to the crossroads. That is the crossings of the rivers. If I'm right about that, then that actually tracks almost all the water we've seen so far. Up until the point of the village. Okay. Sorry this is taking a little longer than would be ideal, but I do think this is worthwhile. It's giving me at the very least, it's giving me a much better idea about what the water's actually doing, and therefore what these machines must be doing. So this goes this way. I really think that that's going to the crossroads. That's it, isn't it? That's the crossroads, isn't it? Up there. It would have to cross through that bridge there. It doesn't have any choice about that. And then it carries on over to the crossroads. So this should go down to that little bridge we saw a moment ago. No, this goes all the way to the... This is the crossroads. Hold on, let me go back and check that again. I didn't mean here, did I? I meant back here, I think? Yes. And then this way. So which bridge is that? Oh, is that the crossroads I'm looking at? And that's another mechanism further down? How would I know? Is there anything distinctive here that would... Because when I'm standing over there or over there... Okay, it's got the little knobbly bits by the bridge. That identifies that bridge quite well. Okay, so this is the crossroads. But isn't the water flowing in the wrong direction? Or have I just gone mad? The water seems to be going in that direction. But that's the direction... No, I think I've just got my directions back to front. So we're looking down here. The water's going this way, and then it's flowing like that. Down to that big contraction. So that should be the giveaway. The water should be flowing. If we are standing on that bridge, the water should be flowing towards another big bridge, which is really quite distinctive, and there should be a aqueduct, which is crossing that direction of flow. I didn't want that way, did I? I wanted this way. So again, water should be flowing towards a big distinctive bridge there. So that's the direction we came from. Sorry, we were looking down before. So we just don't have a good angle on it. But yes, that looks right. Okay. I think I get it. I think there's at least one other waterway here that we haven't tracked yet. Looking at all the bridges that need to be crossed. That is, the water would have to cross, as it were. Hold on, have I marked off all these bridges? Let's see. I came from this direction. And there's this bridge here. No, I came from that direction and I've crossed that bridge here. And this bridge crosses the other way. Yes, I've marked that off. And I know where that's going. Yep, okay. I feel confident now. I can mark this one off properly. Okay, so the question is, where does it go after that? Now we know it's going towards another another big old bridge, don't we? Because if we look down, what angle was I standing at? No, sorry. We know it's going over here. Okay. So... okay, I think I know the bridge. I do know the bridge. There's only really one candidate. It's just over here. So it gets split here. Split in two, it would seem. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And that's just going out to sea, I think? Hang on. There is actually another river that I hypothesize could be approaching from this direction. Based on where there are other bridges, again, I can see the map, so I can see the topology. There's a distinct possibility that these might just be two rivers. No, that would be madness. That can't be right. If there are two rivers, then they combine here. That has to be the case, because otherwise you wouldn't construct a dam like this. Sorry, it would become a dam. You wouldn't. I don't know what this mechanism would be called. It decides which of two ways. I suppose it's a switch. Then it decides which of two ways the water will flow. You wouldn't build a switch like this if these were two different rivers, that wouldn't make sense, because all you'd be doing then is effectively building a dam which can either dam the first river or the second. So it must have if there were two rivers flowing here, they must have recombined. That's my conclusion. When I say recombined, of course I mean combined. What's interesting is that the water that flows this way doesn't appear to cross any bridges again before it exits. But that shouldn't be possible. It's going to have to cross a path somewhere. It has no choice. Perhaps it just links up with the big pool in the village. That would make sense. Oh, we've lost sight of it. That's vexing. So it goes down there. I think that just links up with the big... pool that feeds the village. Oh, we've got more bridges here. The problem is it's not clear whether this is the same water or not. Can I cut the water off that way? That would be one way to tell. If I go back up to the mechanism. Which way do I want to go from here? So I've come up here. I think I want the right hand side. Yes. Can I cut off the water that's going that way? It is already cut off. That's surprising. Oh, it goes round and back. That is surprising. Oh, so this is always going to flow through. So this is actually a freeway split. Goodness. Okay. So this then goes round here and past this tree. Okay, that's not very surprising on its own. I just want to check. So does that mean that if I cut the water off again, that there will be no river flowing behind the tree? That certainly appears to be the case, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. Okay, this is progress. This is progress. So where is this going? Does this just flow into... This just recombines with the collective water going to the village, it would seem. Or do they actually join up? They actually join up under the bridge. Okay, that's fair enough. So we at least know where that's going. That's nice. So just to verify, if I turn this off again, presumably that means that if I go back down to the village, I'll be able to look in one of the directions, and if there's any water flow at all, it will be going in the other direction. Yep, that seems to be the case. Okay. I follow that then. There's this. I don't have the slightest clue what this is doing. I think it must, in all likelihood, combine with the village's water? In fact, looking at my map, it seems likely that it joins the village water supply, the village lake. This isn't even a village, is it? Technically, this is just an area of worship. It looks like it should join up slightly further down. So perhaps around here somewhere? No, I can't track it. That's frustrating. I can't track it. I can see it going off, I just have no idea where to. See, the weird part is that I know for a fact that the water's flowing in a direction where it's surrounded on all sides. As it were, all the paths loop round and meet up with each other. It's going effectively flowing into the middle of a circle. So I know for a fact that somewhere or other that must either be joining up with the village's water, what I'm calling the village, the place where Anya and her sisters are, or it must be crossing a path somewhere. There's no alternative. What's this doing? So it's crossed here. Oh, I see. I think. Yes, I see. That makes sense. Okay. So that crosses there. So I should mark this bit off. So this comes out here. That leaves... So we're slowly working in towards the village, as it were. But that does leave one bridge in particular unaccounted for. As in, there's one bridge further back that we still haven't figured out what it's crossing. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. I think it's... No, it's not this bridge. It's the next bridge along. It's this one. So this one looks like it's had its water cut off, which is curious. Is that where the water... If I go back to the earliest mechanism, the one which... did I mean that way? No. I meant this way. If I go back to the earliest mechanism back here, is that where the water's going in the other direction? I reckon it is. I can't follow the river the whole way to see if that's what it's doing. Hold on, does that cut off the water under that bridge? That would be useful to know. Yes. Okay, I think we found it. I think we've figured out... I think we figured out what's going on there. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to that other bridge. The one I was saying before was the one that was unaccounted for. This one now has water flow. Okay, yeah. That's accounted for then. So it comes out there. Then where does it go? I don't know. I really don't know. Could that be meeting up with the other river? Could these both be serving the river? Is that the cross? No. That's the cross. The mechanism we were at most recently. Sorry, the one we were at most recently was the one where we enabled this stream to flow. I mean the one before that. Could there be two rivers that are flowing in there? Hold on, can I even get there from this direction? Yes, I believe I should be able to. I believe... No, I must have gone too far. Oh, there's my turning. Yeah, of course, it's at quite an acute angle, that's why I missed it. Could they both be serving here? Because I'm fairly certain we traced another river down here. Honestly, that looks like the only thing it could be doing. I just don't like... Oh, hello. Have we heard this before? No. Okay, that's interesting progress. So that was deliberately broken. I don't like marking something on the map just speculatively. But to be perfectly honest, I don't see anywhere else the water could be flowing. I think we have... So if to clarify what I'm saying, if we go... Okay. Try to remember this spot. This one. If we go back... Back here. Back here. Right, we can choose which direction the water flows from here. Left or right. And there's one river that goes this way, and there's another one which goes this way. I think whichever way the water flows, it always recombines before it reaches the spot we were at before, where I said try and remember that. The problem is I don't think I have a vantage point to verify that, which is really, really irritating. I'd really like to see those two rivers joining up, because then I would know that that's what's happening. Hold on. I don't need to do that, do I? Because I know there's water there now. All I need to prove is that both rivers dry up, but either way there is water where they're going. Okay, I don't think I expected to see this one still being served with water. Have I made a mistake somewhere? Right, which way have I cut the water off? Oh, neither way. Okay, that's why then. That's the cause of the confusion. So I think the point is, if there's no water down here... Oh, there is. Why is there? Oh, was that just a bug? I think that was just a bug. Oh no, maybe the game just... This must be a bug. I can plainly see when I go here that the water's gone. Okay. So the point I'm making is I know where that stretch of river flows, because I followed it. Oops, I went the wrong way. I was able to get the necessary vantage points, and I followed it down to the area I suggested viewers try to remember for my explanations. And I know it comes down here, and there is still water down here. Okay, that's good enough for me. That's two bits of evidence that point to the fact that these two stretches of river must be combining. Two bits of evidence, because the first bit of evidence is the topography of the map, where the water crosses the bridge. I know where it comes out. Again, we had another loop. There was no way the water could get out of there without crossing the path somewhere. And because I know that it doesn't because I know where all the water is coming from for every other bridge in the area, I know that it doesn't come out anywhere else. And a river doesn't just stop in the middle of a field, as it were. It had to be going somewhere, so that suggested it was meeting up here. And the fact that I can manipulate the water flow to prove that this area still gets water, even if I cut off one of its two sources. Even if I cut off the only verified source, it's still getting water from somewhere. That must mean it must be coming from the other source. So that, to my satisfaction, proves where all this, where the other river must flow, even if I don't have even if I don't have a good vantage point to sight it. Hold on. Just verifying where I'm going. Okay, I think I see. Okay, I can either go that way, or I can go this way, down here. Okay, I think I didn't. I think I marked something as a bridge when I meant to mark it as a stairway. Never mind. Okay. So something's flowing down here. Something's definitely flowing down there. There's actually only one place that could be coming from, I think. Which is very convenient if true. I reckon it must be this. But I can't cut off the middle way, can I? Can I cut off all water getting down here? Would that do it? Because this is actually, as we've discussed before, this actually cuts the river into three. I can turn off the right side. I would be able to turn off the left side if the mechanism hadn't been broken by Cirrus. But the middle always flows. So if I want to test if the middle branch is crossing the river we just saw, then I need to try and find a way to completely cut off all water getting down here. Can I do that? Possibly. Let's see. If it goes down that way, I simply don't have the opportunity to turn it off. So I would have to move it that way. I can't cut it off at the crossing. Can't cut it off at the crossing. Can I cut it off there? Maybe I can. I'll have to verify. So let's try. Let's go back towards the start and go to the earliest mechanism, and we're going to make sure that we only have flow in the right direction. Okay. And now I need to figure out if I can cut off the water down this way from going down here. Is that possible? I'd need to close it on that side. How would I do that? Oh, another elemental friend. Oh. I didn't know I could stand here. This may change everything. What's the use in that? Okay, so there is another way that I can manipulate this that I didn't know I could do. That doesn't seem to do anything. Let's try the other way. Oh, maybe I need to pull it out first. Maybe I move it and then pull it free. Maybe that's what's required. I've just got this bad feeling it's only going to change the other side and not the side I want changed. Yep. Yes, indeed. Come to think of it, I don't know where that's going. I don't think I appreciated that this one also had 3 directions. I thought it was only 2. I shall mark that on. Although I'm really not sure how much help that's going to be. Let's go further down and see if that tells us anything interesting. No, by the time we get down here, it's all the same, isn't it? Whatever I've cut off, I don't know where it's going. This still seems to have water. So it's not cut off the water in here. Wait. Is there water there? Have I cut off water coming this way? Okay, that's worth verifying. Somehow I doubt it, but... Oh no, maybe. There's no water here either. Let's go back. To be honest, if it was cutting off the water anywhere, it would make more sense for it to be cutting the water off down by the... where the other harvester is, the old harvester. Okay. At least I understand what that mechanism's doing now. Even if I don't know what the point is. Still no water here. Okay. So I guess I'll cut the water flow off there again. And just as I travel around, try to figure out what's changed. Try to spot what's changed. It does look like it's unlikely to be possible for me to cut off the water flow going that way though, which is a pity. Oh, I didn't pull the machine out, did I? I adjusted the position of the wooden rod, but I didn't put the machine back. Right, now this should work. Okay, so if that's the case, I don't think it's possible for me to cut off water to the area I was talking about previously. No. Which means that I can't verify that the water's going where I think it's going. I reckon this is the water that's all coming down the middle path. In the area I earlier asked people to remember. Still, only guesswork. As for all this water, I reckon this is probably coming from the village's supply. I don't think a river is feeding it directly. I think it goes into the great big pools about the village and then comes out again. No, hold on, it would make a lot more sense for the water I was talking about to be coming down the right side. Here. Yes, I think it is. Okay, that actually changes the equation very little though. that just means that further down, nearer the village, the water that I thought was going down was going under a bridge going one way was actually going another, but it doesn't change the big picture very much. I don't know, actually. No, I think that must be right. So I still think that's probably the water coming down the middle way. But presumably then it doesn't feed the machinery. No, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like there's one set of water that's pouring into that pool and another set that's feeding the machinery. That's coming down here, presumably. Or coming down here. Certainly it must be coming from behind the machinery, or it wouldn't be flowing that way. Okay. Okay. That would actually completely if my theory were correct, that would explain everything. But I don't have a straightforward way to verify it. I don't want to mark it on my map until I'm sure. I wonder what the value is in pulling up that bridge up here. Because the game lets us do it. It's just not clear why we would want to do it. Wait, can I climb down here? Oh. I didn't know about this. That makes sense, because that's where Akadar must have come from. How do I get back up? Up there, presumably. Oh no. That's how I do it. Understood. Well then I wonder where that other apparent way up goes. Okay, so that's my way out. Interesting. So that's where the big stone was. That's where it was taken from. Oh, I can cross to the other way here. That's good to know. Still not clear to me why I'd want to raise that that bridge though. But I should mark that on the map that there's an underground path I can take. Okay, that's marked. Very, very interesting. Is there anything else here I've missed? Oh, I wonder if I have to direct the light towards that big stone for some reason, if I'm able to reacquire it. Okay, this was quite a discovery. Hold on. Back down there once more. Was that giving me any insight into the water flow by looking up at the bridges? No. Fair enough. Okay. Right, what else to try? That was it. As soon as I go down here, I lose sight of the river. So that's the farthest I can follow it easily. Is that the same river though? Here. I think it is. But again, I can't prove it very easily. Let me think. Where are all the mechanisms I know about? There's that one, there's that one. There's that one. Is there only 3? I think it might only be 3. There's also the crossroads, the cross rivers. But I don't think the cross rivers... That's funny. Where does the water come from for this one? Which way have I come from? I've come from... This one's also dried up. Has it dried up, or do I just not have the right angle on it? So there's water here. That shows water flowing down that way. Where was I just a moment ago when I was confused to why the water had gone? Was I going around this way? No. Up here? No. This is the Cross River, isn't it? No, it couldn't be. But it is. Oh, there it is. No, that makes sense. I must have been going up this way then. Yes, I was. I wasn't expecting that river to... Wait, do I have the right one? That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Oh, I see. No, that makes sense. I must just have the water on the left-hand side turned off. Which I do. Okay, yep, that makes perfect sense. That's just me being a fool. Okie doke. Of course I would, because there's no mechanisms between there and there and where I was trying to cut the water off from. So the middle one goes down there, that's not a problem. The right one I've cut off, so the left one I've cut off, I have no idea where that's going. But this is the one I want to cut off. I don't think I have the capacity to do it though. Vexingly. If I did, I'd expect some apparatus like that at the top here. Which... is that what that is? Or is that unrelated? That looks like it would do the job, doesn't it? That does look like it would do the job. Alright, maybe this is possible. How do I gear it up properly though? I think I'm going to have to pay very close attention to how this thing is constructed. Not a lot of help. Why when I pull one side does it not pull the other? Do they alternate? Have I been foolish all this time? Is it the case that if I swap this round and then remove it, remove this, machine so that I can operate the larger machine it's a part of. Will this bring up the gate on one side and down on the other? Doesn't seem like it, does it? What I can't figure out is why not? Why, since they're geared up together, why isn't that working? What if I put it in the middle position? Does that just not do anything? Now that should be lined up with the gear that was in the middle, I believe. Not quite, is it? Well, what happens if I pull now? Nothing. Oh, because I haven't removed this. So that was predictable. There. Let's try that again. So it's in the middle position. What, if anything, happens when I pull this? Absolutely nothing. Fair enough. Just looking back here, I can't see why it isn't operating on both sides. It seems like it should be. It also seems like if I'm not mistaken, they should be going in opposite directions. So if one's being lowered, the other should be being raised and vice versa. Did that do it? I think that did it. Yes, okay, this was possible all along. I just didn't realise I could double activate it. Alright, if that's done what I think it's done, then all the water going to the freeway split has been cut off. Which I believe should mean... that's not the way I want to go. Which I believe should mean that as a side effect, all the water going to the old harvester has also been cut. I meant to go this way, didn't I? Yes! Okay. And if I'm right, so there's actually two rivers that seem to flow down here. If both have been cut off, then that suggests one thing. If only one has been cut off, that suggests another. In terms of the flow. Okay, this one still has flow. They both still have flow. Really? I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. I guess they must both be taking their water from the village? That does leave a couple of... That leaves at least one of the rivers completely unaccounted for, though. Since it flows into an area that has paths looping around it, it has to come out somewhere. Just a moment. Sorry about that, I'm back now. Thank you, Yusha. Okay, so having looked at the water flow, well, looking at the map which now includes water flow details, I'm fairly convinced that having cut off the water in the way we did must serve some useful purpose. It's like the only thing that you could really, the only slightly interesting thing you could do with the way the water's flowing, if that makes sense. Like where the mechanisms are, where we can turn water on and off and so on. This is like the only slightly interesting thing we could actually do. So I think it's extremely likely that we were supposed to do this. What I can't work out is why. What has that gained us? We can see that the river that was going down this way has indeed been cut off. But to what ends? And this is apparently something independent entirely. What if we go this way? We've already been here since I cut the water off. And we didn't see anything before. Oh, there was a mechanism up here as well, wasn't there? Oh, there's some sort of creature there. In the top left. I'd forgotten about this one, so I was wrong. There was a fourth mechanism. Did I remember to mark that on my map? I did. Perhaps this is another case of rivers combining. Perhaps to cut off the water down by the old harvester, I have to cut off both water supplies, and I've only done one. Question is, if I wanted... I presumably can't turn this wheel until whatever this is binding it's been removed. How would I do that? Huh. I wonder what that is. Oh, they're just sticks that stick up, apparently. Oh, have I just closed my way across? Is that what that little tongue thing does? It closes it. Maybe it toggles it. That would make more sense. Because otherwise it would be possible to get yourselves... Yes, it toggles it. Okay, I could have discovered this much earlier then. I was going to say, if it just turned it off, then you could bring up the drawbridge on the other side, then close it on this side, and then there'd be no way back to the area where the old harvester is, which doesn't seem very likely. So yeah, I'm a bit... Hold on. Why can we bring this drawbridge up? How about we find out? Is that going to stay this time? Let's approach this from the other side now that the drawbridge is up. Is that just hiding something that we need? This way. Which way? This way, I think. And there should be a way across on my left somewhere. There. Doesn't seem like it, does it? Maybe... No, that's not possible. I was going to say, maybe it was one of those cases where you had to figure out the other way across and you can lower it for a shortcut. But that definitely isn't the case, because I only discovered the underground passage today. Not last time I played, so the bridge must have been down before. So it's still a mystery why I would be allowed to toggle it. I'm wrong when I said earlier that... I just had an idea. I was wrong earlier when I said that I can't explain where one of the rivers is going because it's surrounded by a loop, pathways that loop round on themselves, so, you know, it has to cross somewhere. Because the loop that it's in is formed by the village, so it could simply join up with all the other pools that are feeding the village's water. That's another idea. I wonder if... Can I cut off all water to the village? And that's just part of it. That one would be difficult to stop. But I think that is the only one left that's even feeding the village. Is that true? No, that's not true. That one also is. And I can't stop that one. Okay. Hold on, let me check something on my map. Okay, so if I proceed this way, I think. No. Where do I want to be? Which direction did I come from? Oh, that way. So I want to go this way. There they are. One thing I was wondering is how long can I hold the fire in my hands? The game crashed. That's very annoying. Especially since I haven't saved tonight. No matter, most of what I did tonight was solving puzzles. It's not like I've actually made tons of changes to the world. I think the only things that I've lost are the way I set up the water to completely cut it off from the freeway split, which isn't going to be hard to put back in place, and the fact that I discovered the way down to the underground passage, which again is not going to be difficult now that not going to be difficult to in fact, there's nothing I need to do there, is there? I know the way in. It was just the knowledge of the thing. I don't think you have sound at present. I think I need to set that up manually. That is game sound. My mic should have still been working. Yes, that looks like... Hold on. There we go. That looks like you should have sound now. That's an autosave from today. I guess I'll load that. Yes, the other idea I had was I could always try and ferry the fire in my hand over to the beacon and light it, because that might create access to a whole another area that I haven't had access to hitherto. This way. Oh yeah, due to the autosave I've actually lost nothing. Wonderful. Now, are you going to crash again? No. Right, how long does this last? Do I just have to avoid sharp movements? Seems like that might be the case. Because I've definitely had these go out on me before and that did it. I haven't figured out what the conditions are. Is it total number of screens I've walked? Is it real time? Hold on. Okay, so I can put it out by moving quickly, it would seem. Let's try that again then. Going particularly slowly. Of course, there might be multiple conditions. It might be a puzzle whereby I have to not take too much real time, but also not move my hand very quickly. Is this the exact same spot before? I think I may have got a screen further than before. Did I go the right way? No. I know where I took a wrong turn. It was... Yes, okay, I went the wrong way again. It was back here I went the wrong way. The other idea I had is I could always try and bring the fire to one of the fire spirits. Oh, darn. Wrong way again. Maybe I should try the fire spirit first of all. That seems like it would be a quicker journey. Maybe it's total amount of mouse movement that's the problem. No, that doesn't make sense. They must be multiplying by how quickly I move or something like that. I wonder what happens if I turn my sensitivity down to force me to move it ever so slowly. Do I get more mileage this way? Let's go for the beacon again, I suppose. Okay, that definitely went sooner than in previous runs. Okay, either there's some other... why do I keep doing that? Either there's some trick to it that I don't yet know. Or I'm probably supposed to take it somewhere else. What happens if I try and grab more than one? I'm not allowed. Okay. So it doesn't seem very likely I'll be able to ferry it all the way back to the torch, which is in the village. So maybe I should try and identify the closest spirit point to special plant. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I think that's this way. Is it? Is it? I think it is, by complete coincidence. No, it's not. Well, it sort of is, but they're mismatched, so that's not very helpful. Although there is a water one not far from here. Farther than I'd like, though. Oh, let's try this one, I guess. We grab some bubbles from over here, and then we go to the water one we just passed. Okay, certainly it doesn't seem to make a difference if there isn't a spirit there. Maybe I need to actually catch a spirit. If that's the case, then my next question is, where's the closest spirit that's actually out? There's the closest spirit that's out. Actually, I don't know that. There might be a closer one. But that's certainly a spirit which is out. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Closer than I appreciated. Bubble? Okay, that's not the solution to some sort of puzzle. I mean, there may be some sort of elemental puzzle going on, which requires the use of the plants, but just bringing a substance to a matching elemental doesn't seem to do it on its own. What is that noise? Oh, it's the character's feet. I forgot again. When you turn around, it makes footstep noises. Let's see if we can wake these sisters. That doesn't seem to have done anything. Oh well, it was worth a go. What else to try? Hate to say it, but it may be time for a hint. Is that a hot air balloon? Looks a lot like one, doesn't it? Where was I? Oh, I think I came up on the wrong side, didn't I? Yes, I want this way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look up a hint. Okay, the game's telling me to go to Haven. Sorry, the hint is... Well, I read through a few hints, trying to stop at the point when I had new information. What I've just read is apparently the lock that's on the wheel in the village, that is the wheel for controlling the water flow, that is the same as a lock in Haven, apparently. Which means I clearly haven't seen all of Haven. Haven was the age that I went to briefly and then just immediately got stuck. It looked like there was no way to progress, no direction I could go in. So I went back. Which did strike me as odd, because there was plenty to be done in Spire. And in fact I didn't even... I feel like there's probably a lot of puzzles in Spire that I didn't do. Still, the short version is go to Haven, try to find the rest of the content there. I should be able to find a similar type of lock, which I should be able to solve there, which will then help me in Serenia. Where am I? I mean, obviously Tamana, but I don't remember this room. I don't think I've been here before. Oh. I encountered this door before and I couldn't get through. I guess I just had to return from Serenia and then I gain access to this. Pretty sure we saw that in the previous game. Oh yeah, I do remember this room from the previous game. I just haven't been here in this game. So this must be Actress's real office then. This is the one where... Okay, perhaps I'm misremembering. I thought this was the room where... Oh, what was his name? The antagonist from Riven 3 Exile, Savadro. This is where he warped in. That's Serenia again, isn't it? Hello, what do we have here?
The first time I placed my hand on Serenia's linking panel, I remember thinking, this age will be unlike any I've journeyed to so far. And it was. The sky was crisp and clear. The rivers and waterfalls sparkled like diamonds. Even the worn paths threading through the canopies of stone took my breath away. I met a group of women who told me they had been expecting me, and as we talked late into the evening, they did seem to know a lot about me. Yet the more they explained why, the more impossible this story seemed. Of course, Catherine's ages have always struck me as impossible. Why should this one have been different? One of the stories the Protectors told me. For the first time I placed my hand on Serenia, that is what they called themselves, moves me to this day. Many lifetimes ago, a child from the village contracted a fever and died. His parents, who had loved him very much, decided to bury him under a waterfall and built a balloon to take him there. The parents' grief was so strong, however, that when they landed their balloon, they could only carry the child a short way. So they set him down beside a giant flower and slept. All night, the mother's tears never stopped flowing. Eventually, they sank through the ground and bathed the flower's roots. Moved by the tears, the flower told the parents to carry their child into her epistle. She would preserve his memories so they could visit him whenever they wished. Then the flower passed one of the tears back through her roots, turning it into a container to hold memories, and the father dove underwater to collect it. And that is how the memory chamber first displayed her power to the Serenians. Having read Catherine's descriptive book, I realized that the plant the protectors called the memory chamber is but the fruiting body of a massive fungus. Like any fungus, it recycles dead organic material into nutrients. In this case, filled memory globes. Since Yisha has recently asked to see Serenia, I will share this explanation with her, as I did her brothers when they were her age. Yet I cannot help thinking that my scientific understanding of Serenia's pales in comparison to the Protector's simple tale. I had not fully realized how many years have passed since I visited this age. So when I stepped out of the linking cave with Yisha, I was pleased to see only a little has changed. A new group of women have replaced the Protectors I knew, but they seemed to be as friendly as the first. Yisha took an immediate liking to the one called Anya. And as we made our plans to spend more time here in the future, I felt confident our relationship with these women would be mutually beneficial. After an absence of several weeks, we returned to Serenia last night. Catherine agreed to accompany us, so we will stay for a week or more. This morning, I took advantage of Catherine's presence to re-explore alone. My route soon took me beyond Serenia's current memory chamber to the old abandoned flower which had served the village centuries ago. The man-made edifice surrounding the chamber looked much the same as I remembered, although the flower itself was in far worse state of decay. I tried opening the door to explore inside, but found it locked. Just as well. 30 years ago, the Protectors told me how the delicate inner heart of the chamber emits a strong fragrance as part of its reproductive cycle. The closer the chamber gets to maturation, the more toxic this gas becomes, forcing the Protectors to find a new flower for their use. No doubt the collected fumes inside the original chamber would have made it impossible for me to survive there very long. Catherine says I should have seen it coming, but this morning, Yisha asked permission to meet Serenia's ancestors. I tried to explain that the place the Protectors called Dream is not real. How can it be? But she insists on finding out for herself. So what am I to do? I suppose it will do no harm to let her try. From what Anya told me, it should take several months for Yisha to learn how to dream. And it has certainly been a while since I've had enough...
Okay, that sounds like we won't be dreaming in this game then.
...free time to concentrate on the crystal viewer's attachment. Keeping my inquisitive daughter occupied may end up being beneficial for us all. I cannot believe how quickly time has flown. Today we attended a ceremony on Serenia's celebrating Yisha's mastery of their customs. I must admit, although my doubts about the dream realm remain, seeing my daughter's pride as she received the Protector's necklace made it all seem worthwhile. Yisha said something strange during our writing lesson today. She thought it was sad that Catherine rarely writes anymore.
In my opinion, they could have made the story reading a tiny bit better by not cutting off the reading mid-sentence. Yes, it is quite jarring, isn't it?
And asked if we should explain that just because someone dies after visiting an age doesn't mean the age's writer is responsible. I knew immediately she was talking about my grandmother.
Ooh.
Yet Catherine and I have never fully described Anna's death, so how she knew this information is a mystery. When I asked, she said her necklace had said something while she was holding Anna's picture. The answer was completely unsatisfactory. Yet I must admit, Yisha had displayed an uncanny knowledge of things she never witnessed ever since receiving the Protector's gift. I'd like to examine this necklace more closely, but at the moment the situation with Cirrus and Achenar takes precedence. Perhaps after my friend leaves us tomorrow.
Okay. That was very interesting.
For 20 years, I've harbored a secret. People talk about my sons and the evil things they did. Yet still I remain strangely mute. I do not discuss my own actions that day, or the rage I felt when I burned the 2 linking books that had snared them. Some people believe my sons died in those fires, but the truth is, they did not. You're the only one I can confide in, my friend. So I'm asking you to come to Tomana. There are things I must tell you about my sons.
So that is very handy. We can actually, it seems, hear the last letter written, or the last thing written, using a quill and the necklace in combination. And presumably any other writing implement. Oh, that's the way I came in. The door just automatically shuts for some reason.
Atreus, I thought you were going to redesign this room, but it looks just like it did before the fire.
Not just like it did, my love. Look, the table is different.
He has a point. Now, anyone that hadn't played the previous game is going to be very confused at that point and think that the story in this game is a good deal more complicated than it is. I think that's everything. So I don't think we've actually learnt very much from this room. The journal was helpful-ish, although it mostly just confirmed things we already suspected. Oh well, mustn't look a gift horse in the mouth, I suppose. So where was I headed before this? It was Haven, wasn't it? Just a second, is there anything in here worth examining now that I've got the necklace? I've probably been through here before with the necklace, but I just don't recall for certain. Doesn't seem like it. Some of these... That one looks suspiciously like the plant we saw on Serenia in the memory chamber. This isn't a helpful direction. You'd have thought Atreus would have been getting worried at this point, since he asked us to contact him as soon as we got the machine working, and he's clearly been gone at least several hours and there's been no contact. Yes, I want down, don't I? I thought I did. No, wait, how does this work? That's how it works. I'm fairly certain Catherine and Atrus's bedroom is accessible from this direction. And it's that room that has the fireplace in, which allows us to access the lift, which allows us to get to the linking books. Yes, this is the one.
That was such a good day. I wish so many things, Atrus. Tell me again we did the right thing.
Now, where was I? Oh, I must have done it wrong. Oh, I think I see what I did. No? Okay, let's clear this. How did I manage that? Oh dear. Let's reset this. That'll be quicker. This one. This one. This one and this one. This one, and this one. There we go. This isn't completely dissimilar to the harvesters on Serenia, is it? Right, Haven. Hold on. I need to close this first. So I got stuck here almost immediately last time I came. Let's see if I can do better this time. Let's have a quick save. Wouldn't want the game to crash and we lose our progress again. So this was the problem, it was all blocked here. Oh, was there just a staircase over here I completely missed? Okay, that's embarrassing. If that is the case. Yep, pretty embarrassing. Huh. Hello. Goodness. I was not expecting that. That's the creature I saw in the vision on Serenia at the water wheel. It's not the wheel that controls the water, the water flow. So this must be where the supplies came from, which makes sense, since it was presumably Akanar that locked it in the first place. Huh. What a good boy.
Hear this? You hear it? Well, just try and get past this gate now, you thieving Karnaks!
Ain't no way they'll figure out which holes to put the hammers in.
Interesting. Hello. I'm starting to get the impression that Haven is a bit of an ironic name. Because of all the things at this age is making me feel, safety is not one of them.
Oh, yeah! Keep screaming, baby!
Aha. Ah, this must be the base of where I fell before. Sorry, I didn't fall, did I? Because I ended up grabbing onto the... Hand glider. Hang glider. Otherwise I would have. Okay, I'm back up. That's nice.
Intelligence. Premeditation. Stealth. Patience. Can't forget his patience.
Huh. Keeps getting curiouser and curiouser, doesn't it? Really doesn't seem the most hospitable place, does it? That must be the creature we saw in the paintings. Near where we came into this age. What a good boy. Oh, and this is supposed to lift me, is it, if I pull the lever, but probably it doesn't have sufficient weight to do so at present. If I were to step out... Interesting. Ah, I see. That's fairly straightforward. This looks even more dilapidated than I'd have expected, though. If this area had been lived in up until the two brothers escaped, which leads me to suspect that Akanar had actually abandoned this area a long time ago. Is it too heavy for the mechanism now? Oh dear. So this is just a weight balancing exercise. Because there's no way I can... There's no way I could have figured out exactly how many cannonballs need to be in there. I just need to try all combinations. That seems to be it. we go. Am I supposed to be able to walk across there? What am I missing? I mean, I doubt they included this upper area just for fun. I assume I'm supposed to be able to get across and discover things. I wonder if I could have taken one of the cannonballs up with me and whether that would have been useful. Oh. Oh, that's okay. They aren't very big. Probably not, actually. But I might be able to lower this down somehow. Does it come down with me? Doesn't look like it. Right, I'll probably stop there for tonight then. Thank you for coming, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be streaming again on Monday with more Myst 4 Revelation. Then Wednesday will be my normal Poetry, Prose and Riddles stream. Friday, more Myst 4, I should imagine. I doubt I'll have the game finished in just one more session. Saturday will also be a video game stream, so probably Myst 4, if not Myst 5. So, once again, thank you for coming, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful night. Good night, Yisha.